We've been following the Amari residences since they started construction a few months ago. You can see that so much is happening in the area. We had a talk to Khun about the very latest news. Now the project is going up so quickly.
Yes, the construction, we are about 12 months remaining to complete the full construction of these projects. Right now we're proceeding on the second phase of this project, in which right now structurally 50% of the project has been completed.
And being so close to Patong,
Yes.
Is this a good or a bad thing?
For me, I would like to create this project to change the perception of Patong Beach to be more of the luxury upscale environment due to the close compound that we have here, in which you can be so close to Patong to enjoy all the retail and commercial center, but you actually enjoy the serenity and peacefulness to stay in the residential with hotel facility.
Yeah, really, when you're in the property, you could be anywhere. It's quiet, it's serene, surrounded by trees. It's very un-Patong.
Yes, we actually would like to maintain the existing surrounding of this whole compound. We try to maintain all the large tree which has been grown on this piece of land for over 40 years. And we try to build the building around the tree instead of over or on top of the trees. Yeah.
What was the decision for the design cues, the beach look, the timber, the muted colours? How did that decision come about?
Mainly the direction for the architectural design, we try to blend in with the nature. We try to use the earth tone and the soft color to actually blend in with the whole environment, and it will age better as well in terms of maintenance. If we do use darker color and heavy material, it will not age well for long-term maintenance.
Yeah, it's certainly classic.
Yeah.
Let's have a talk about property. Let's talk about risk. It's always a thing that an investor needs to think about.
I cannot say it's a risk-free project, but it's part of the hotel room anyway, in which there's always fluctuation in demand of the tourist arrival and the rate fluctuation in Thailand, and always some unforeseen risk, the weather and logistic, all sorts of factors. But I'm quite confident because for the past 20 odd years we've been operating this resort profitably, and with this new extension, it should be a very nice extension to the hotel business of this whole complex.
How do you see the establishment of the ASEAN Free Trade Agreement? How is that going to impact on a development like this?
For me, it's not going to be giving too much impact, in my opinion. It's only going to give maybe higher volume of arrival tourists from nearby neighbors, and actually choices of labor force from nearby country as well. But in terms of demand, I think it's going to continue to be very strong, but the segment of the customer will be more diverse. That would be my view. Yeah.
What do you see as the main point of difference between Amari residences and some of the other developments on the island, apart from the location?
Mm-hmm. The difference is mainly the complexity. I think this project has been very much custom-made in pretty much every way we see. From the hotel side, from the residential side, we've been trying to mix the complexity of this product, because we have the hillside residence toward the beachfront resort, in which to have such a complexity under one brand in terms of product is quite challenging, but it also reflects a uniqueness and the flexibility to sell in different sectors. So we have a larger room, the residents for a longer stay, and we have a shorter stay, tourists who pay a slightly higher rate for the resort. As well, we have a balanced portfolio in terms of long stay and short stay, but at the end is a market for Phuket that we need to search for in terms of we have the diversity of product. That's what I try to say, and for me that increase our competitiveness over other developer on an island.
Who is going to buy these residences? Where is your market?
Initially, we were targeting overseas investor. We start off in Hong Kong and Singapore, but somehow, to our surprise, for the past 6 to 7 months, most of the buyers are local. The Thai investor actually bought into this projects, and the price range starting from 7 million baht for me is still the price that I think the local can afford. And in my opinion, with this location, the price that we actually start in terms of pre-sale is on the low side. But I think it's the awareness and understanding of this leaseback program, in which for the Thai buyer, they need to have but their perception is always a freehold property. But for this property, if we do a freehold, the price can be too high, in which we give a 90-year leasehold and a 60-day usage per year, in which I think that concept is still very new to the local market, in which I think we need to cascade more awareness toward the local and overseas, and hopefully Amari brand will become clear hopefully in the next 12 months, because before the hotel was under renovation and the residence is under construction, so there's a mix of hesitation, if I can say, and doubt that whether this project will be how it's gonna turn out. That's the risk there for the buyer.
Let's talk about deadlines. How do you see it progressing from here?
Right now, everything is on schedule. We try to complete this by the end of next year. The handover of all the residential units will start from Q1 2015. Yeah.
Well, we look forward to following this development as we have from the start, and it's very exciting and sort of unique for the area, and we'll follow it with interest. And thank you for talking to us.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
It's certainly an iconic location here in Patong overlooking the bay. The Amari residences are really moving along fast. Definitely worth having a look at if you're looking at some property, some quality property here on the island. Tim Newton reporting for Phuket News TV.